I just wanted to start out this video by saying that I was so proud of Val. The weekend that we did this show, she really put in her all for me, and it was definitely by far one of the best showing experiences I've ever had. Now, coming down center line, there were a lot of distractions. She had warmed up phenomenally and then was just trotting around the outside of the arena. I got a little anxious, but she kind of pulled it together down the center line. You can see here, trying to keep her focused on me. And then we come into the corner, and she really starts relaxing. This was absolutely gorgeous. I was so happy with that right there. Such a nice feeling. And then she always struggles a little with the serpentines, just with the change of direction. And left fin is harder for her. But this test was way better than it ever has been. This was one of my best tests I've ever had with Val. So this was lovely. And then canter transition got a little stuck, but came right back to me. And then her canter's so lovely. Such a nice 20-meter circle. I'm so honored to ride a horse like her. She's absolutely stunning. I've never gotten so many compliments on a horse before. Everybody loved Val. And then I liked that trot transition. It wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst. And then walk, and actually, so funny story, when I was walking around, behind me there was a loose horse. So I'm about to go into a free walk, and somebody had just fallen off. And Val was a saint. I mean, she just walks, you can't even tell with the way she's acting. She was totally relaxed, and I was beyond pleased because it definitely threw me off guard. I mean, thankfully she just stayed calm like a pro, and we carried on. She stretched down pretty nicely here. I was actually really happy. She was really loosening up and starting to relax. Then we went back to medium walk, which she came back really nicely. She felt pretty good. And then you had to trot kind of right away, which she doesn't love, but it was okay. And then it's back to this terrible serpentine. I don't like this test. I don't know why we have to serpentine the whole time, which she just got a little strung out on. And it looked kind of more like a figure eight, but that was my riding, not her. It's fine. And then here, lovely, right back to me. I think she really liked this side of the arena. Then we had a canter transition that I personally really liked. And then a nice 20-meter circle. I actually liked the pumpkins on top of the things. I thought they were cute. Again, I just really loved her canter here. She was just so smooth and so connected and on the aids. And then she felt so lovely. I was really so proud, and such a great trot transition too. And then coming around, we didn't have very much left, but we had the stretchy trot where she has to really stretch down and relax and stay focused, which she did a really good job of. Wasn't her best stretchy test ever. She could be a little bit lower, but she really did show what I was asking for. She stayed steady and started to lengthen in her contact, and then came back. It's a little hard for her to come back after that, because then she thinks we're about to go do something exciting, but she did come back to me. Then we just had the 10-meter half circle up onto center line, which was pretty good, and she was pretty straight coming down the center line. And we went here. It was pretty square halt nicely, and gave her a pet because she was such a good girl. Now we're on to cross country. You already saw me jump. This is already almost the end of the course. She was brilliant throughout the whole course. Little log up towards the water, canter through the water, and I took a minute to tell her what a good girl she was being, because she was being really fast and efficient, and she had jumped everything so beautifully. Not a bad jump yet. And then we're coming down here. I trotted partially because we were trotting into a bank that you can see, which kind of went up and down. It was a little spooky looking, so I just wanted to make sure she was able to read it. And also because we were at about 3 minutes when we were there, and the optimum time was 5 something, so I was like, we should slow down a bit. And then we cantered away from that and up towards this little slanty jump. Going back home, she jumped that beautifully. And then we had a nice little gallop. I didn't let her go as fast as I really wanted to, because I wanted to make sure we were somewhat near the optimum time and didn't risk time penalties, because that would be really disappointing. So then we galloped up the hill towards our final fins, which she done beautifully, and what you can't see is she got some big hugs and pats. Now this is entering in for the show jumping. She likes to look at the crowds and just make sure they see her. She's a little bit of a show off. And so we picked up her canter here. The jump's all around the other side, but we just had some time to get a rhythm going, get her to see everything, because it was kind of a spooky ring. It was a busy day coming in for a championship show jump round. So we cantered down to fence 1, which she can be a little sticky sometimes at the first few fences, but she jumped beautifully over that. And then this oxer I was just in love with. Like, her little knee tuck was so cute, and she felt really good over that. Then we kept going to this one, which I loved as well. All of her oxers in this course were some of the best that they've been. We got a little sticky to this jump. There's also a little bit of balance and energy. She got a little downhill, but it was okay because she's brilliant and jumped out of it. And then coming around to this one, it was a slightly spooky jump. We had just had a not-so-great jump, so we had another not-so-great jump because I didn't do a good job of changing our canter to give her a better jump, but she was so good and jumped out of it. And then I loved this red oxer. Just flew over that one to the 2 strides. She gets a little looky, so I landed and rode for the 3, but I actually think she could have gotten the 2 strides in there. I think that was kind of a rider thing. And then we come into this last oxer. I loved it, and I was really, really hoping here that she would have a good jump over that, but she had a beautiful, clean jump. I was so happy. And then here's us standing while they announced the prizes. And then here's the victory gallop. She was so good. She didn't really want to stay behind all the horses, but that's okay. She got 4th place. I was so happy with her. She has come so far, gotten to be such a strong little powerhouse of a pony. And then I really got to let her gallop here, which was super fun, and she looked absolutely stunning. And what you can't see is I had a big smile on my face the whole way around. Just so proud of her. She's such an amazing pony, and I love her so much. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!